Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions slash life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. You'll find the booking, well, you can email me if you want to book me. The email will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen. Without further ado, let us tap in and find out, why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God. I'm channeling a very stubborn energy. There's a stubborn masculine energy here. He feels entitled to your love. It's like stubbornness with jealousy, like a combination of that. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. Like, this is literally stubbornness here. It's like this person knows better but refuses to do better all the time. Like, they are always in that energy. They know I shouldn't be doing this, but they do it anyway. Like, this is somebody who was convinced for a long time that there's never going to be a breakup between you guys. That's the stubbornness. That's where it's coming from here. You know, combined with jealousy. This person is stubborn and jealous. They never thought, you would leave them or something would end here. They feel betrayed. They feel like you promised them something and now the promise will never be fulfilled. They feel betrayed. This person is actively in that energy. Betrayal. Like, how dare you? It's like it keeps them up at night. The thought of you actually abandoning them fully and never returning to their life, it keeps them up at night. And they don't like acknowledging that. But it is what it is. That's what happens. This person here, they forget that, life doesn't revolve around them. This is somebody who knew better but didn't do better by you. They knew you were somebody they had to treat in a certain type of way, handle with care, with love, sincerity, and genuine energy, because it's like that's what you deserved. But this person decided to abuse their role in your life. Whoever they were to you, they abused that. Yeah, this ex-lover never thought you would leave. This masculine energy is like, this is like, what? Like, it's a shock that, like, this is really over between you guys, or you've completely abandoned the situation. They thought you'd reach out again, Queen of Swords, or this was something that could be resolved. They thought this could be fixed or healed or worked on somehow. They never saw the ending, like, occur for real. Like, this person thought, like, man, it's like for L till we die. you know Even with separation, you don't know. It it's like they've been trying to convince themselves for so long of your return in their life. They'll return. They'll return. Like, what you talking about? They always return, or we always fix things, or this always happens, or we break up, we make up, or there's separation, and da da da. Like, they've convinced themselves of a certain outcome. You know, this is a mindset they've been in. Yeah. So now this person is having a hard time processing your growth. They can't understand how you've evolved. Like, it's something that's far out of the. It's like this person is of the past, and the frequency and vibration and wavelength that they're on, you've completely ascended to the highest they've ever seen. Like, you are one of the people that this person has never really, as much as you had what you had with them, they always felt like you were out of their league, or it could always be better for you. You know what I'm saying? They already saw your worth. Hence, they, even with that, they abused it. They abused your presence in their life and their role in yours, just to show, who they really are. Now they're making it your problem that you've seen the snake in them and chosen to not get bitten. You chose to move on with your life, and you're not making it anyone's problem about anything. And there are people that think, oh, because I dated that person, my presence will somehow affect them. No, ho, you're delusional. Stop thinking that because you had a connection with divine a divine feminine, you popping up in their life is like all of a sudden they're gonna abandon who they are for you, for a wand. No, it's like same with the woman. You think the man will abandon himself for some fish? Oh, I know they with this person, but we're not come, bitch. No, a man will not leave a solid foundation he's built for some fish. This person refusing to see your growth is their problem, simply put here. You're stuck in your own things. This person, don't you see that this is all a buildup of guilt? Someone feels guilty. They actively went against their own intuition when they were in a relationship with you, meaning they actively knew better but didn't do better. They knew how they needed to treat you, but they treated you wrongly regardless. It's no one's problem that you've moved on, and they shouldn't make it theirs. They should leave you alone. Man, their presence means nothing to you. Like, we dated, like, we're just trying to figure life out. You won't know who the best partner is for you until you meet them. And when you meet them, things align as such. Hence, you stay together. There's a level up in the relationship. Things move when you're together. Not someone of the past whom you dated when you were still discovering yourself, still at a certain point in your life. Having a good heart and good intentions towards them, and showing love and having love for them, while actively thinking, at least this is going to be something. But then seeing that it's not, and respectively not wasting each other's time. Love needs maturity. Relationships in specific need maturity. They are immature and childish. They expect that when they pop up in your life, memories of them will arise and they'll be so strong enough to overpower everything you've built for yourself up to this far and who you are. Wow. That's actually insane. They're going to hate you eventually for standing your ground. I am feeling that. They're going to hate you for never looking back. Yeah. You're like, man, I'm gone and I'm not going back. This person is like, no, you're going to return. You're like, no, I'm not. I'm gone. What are you talking about? There's no healing this. There's no hope. This person here is trying to, there's no hope for this. There isn't at all. This is over here. It's dead. It's been dead. Somebody thinks that they can still revive something that has already been dead. They're trying to tell themselves that all they need to do is approach you, say this, do that, act a certain way. It's not like that no more. Like I said, you've completely evolved in such a way that your mind, your heart, your spirit, your wavelength, your frequency, your vibration, you're just in a completely new paradigm, in a completely new reality, in a completely new energy that they will never be able to resonate with. They're in a different timeline. They like people think like, oh, because we dated, you're the best thing ever. What? If you were, it would be that hoe. It would be like that. Why don't people get it when someone says they don't want them? This person here is basically going to force you. They're going to force you to be with them. Because, like, I'm seeing this person, they're going to try to approach you. Like, literally here. Just because, like, people forget, like, I dated you at that point in my life, but that point in my life is not the best version of me. It's not the memories that I hold dearly. I don't see the value in this or that. I've grown from that and I see it differently. People forget, like, when you evolve, you change. This man is caught up with the version of you that has passed on. A version of you that has passed on. This person is trying to be delusional. They're trying to be delusional here. They're trying to purposely act dumb, act blind, act this, act that. But with the hangman here, they're just someone of the past. Your memories of who you were with them, they're not good ones. Or your memories of who you were or what was happening in your life back then, you don't want to remember that anyway. It's like people forget what they come with. We dated, but how was it for me? Why did we leave each other? That's what you see. You don't see, oh, we dated. You already know you don't want that person because you tried to date them. It didn't work out. So you already see the truth. You already know where you stand with them. They thinking you confused and you still conflicted about, oh, I love them. No, you already know you don't love this person. You already know you don't want a future with them. You don't want them in your life. People struggle to let go of people they've dated because you guys have been in each other's life and now you're no longer going to be in each other's lives. And it's that adaptation of like, okay, I am no longer with this person. And then they hold on to who that person was. It gets deeper when they hold on to who that person was when they were dating them. Even when that person is no longer who they used to be, and they can see that, they still hold on because to them that memory is still fresh. And what happens is it's the guilt of the fact that within this regard, this person's guilty. They mistreated the relationship and you included. Whose problem is it? Why are they making it your problem that they're stuck? They got so desperate to bring you back into their life, they started to do certain things. Like at first, this person thought that, they could do this like in a particular approach. They could talk themselves into a reunion with you. They could act a certain type of way and it will be a make believe. Like I said, when you leave someone in the past, it's because you already identified there isn't anything you and them are meant to have in life together. That's why like certain people try to trap men with babies and it just doesn't happen. And they try, it just doesn't happen because like that man's fate is not sealed to having a child with you. It's not the destiny. Things get deep. The spiritual understanding is what we lack. Someone like this thinks like, I can't, they try to go, a certain approach with it. Like they can do this, say this, act like this. Then they change they mind because they were watching you actively evolve. It's like, nah, like this person keeps getting smarter. They keep getting wiser. The enemy's job destroy this person is trying to destroy your growth because they are of an old paradigm. Being with this person will be like, man, I'm back there again. Nah, like people forget, like when you see them, you don't just see them, you see everything that has to do with them in terms of what you experience from them. I don't see that moment we shared when we smiled and it was loving. I see the fact that even in that moment you were a snake. Even in that moment when you were smiling in my face and I felt love, you were a snake. It erases everything. The truth of who someone is erases everything. If I had a mindset for 15 years about something and the truth of that something comes out that shifts a 15-year mindset, it changes 15 years of someone's life. Like, man, simply put, now when I look at that specific thing, I don't see what I used to see. I don't feel how I used to feel because the truth has come out about it. Now I see it for what it is. It goes with everything in life, people included. Once you see a snake, it is what it is. That's the truth. That's the truth. We have triple Gemini energy, double Aquarius energy, double Libra energy. We have Taurus energy, double Taurus energy, double Capricorn energy. We have Virgo energy. We have Sagittarius energy. We have Leo energy. We have Aries energy. Double Leo energy here. We have triple Scorpio energy. No, double Scorpio energy, double Pisces energy. It's like the word X used to trigger me. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to look at it deeply, but it's not deep. Like an ex is someone you used to date. It doesn't mean that when someone says my ex, it's like they still romanticize the person. Like I said, There's a reason they are that. They're an ex. They think popping up in your life is going to cause a domino effect in a specific way. What you will experience is, man, I know exactly why I left that person. But anyway, that has nothing to do with me. I hope you're good. Because they become a stranger. Once you let someone go, with a family, friend, colleague, um, worker, lovers, once you no longer have the love for them, what remains? You don't experience the memories of, oh, this was how it was in bed, da da da. How are you going to think that way about someone you want nothing to do with? If I want nothing to do with you, I'm not going to romanticize sleeping with you in my head. I want nothing to do with you. Why would I even think like that? So an ex is like, when someone says my ex is like, they're just reflecting on, man, I dated that person back then. It's not deep. It doesn't mean anything. It just is what it is in the world, right? We have exes. We've all dated someone. And that's the thing. It's it's like you can't think that, it's delusional to think, oh, we dated, and like, it's like you will never know who you meant to be with until you're with that person. That's just how life goes. You never really know. Where we mess up at is we create soul ties with sexual intercourse. And then there's some people that get addicted to other people's sexual energy, and they do things, and all these things, like, it'd be weird, insane, crazy stuff. And some people, they just get way in over their head with their ego about, because, oh, we had sexual encounters when we were dating. In the world, that's what is being taught to us. So we program and convinced we should be like that. When you date someone, you sleep with them, it's the relationship, you see how it goes. But in the end, it messes us up, because sometimes it can cloud someone's judgment and make you believe something that is not true about the person. It can really mess you up because of how you experienced it. This person has their own attachments to you. They know really why they after you, even though they're not a good person, they're an enemy. They know how they want to feed into your energy. They want you to give to them in a particular way. They know what agenda they're pushing. Yeah. They know. They know what they're doing, right? But you know better. You're not dumb. Let's tap in further and talk to God. So this person they've gotten desperate. Yeah, they've gotten desperate for your return. They know that approaching you in the ways they've been thinking and feeling that, it's gonna work. They know it's not gonna work. They need a different approach. They want to control the outcome of the situation when they approach you. It's like, I see this man bathing himself in all sorts of incantations and concoctions of potions, so that, like, when they step into your energy, you immediately fall in love with them. This person is actively doing love charms, love spells, love magic here upon you. They want you to abandon yourself. As soon as they step into your reality, you just fall in love and you fall into their arms. This is what they've resorted to. They're like, man, this is the only way to do it, because this person's too awakened. But that's the thing, you're too awakened for even what they're trying to do. The enemy has no way into you, into your life. Meaning, not even just this person, anyone that is not meant to be in your energy, no matter what they try and do, they won't be in your energy. Your ancestors will make their life a living hell. God will give them all the power they need to ensure that. Because who is this person to want to seal the fate of your love life to them? Someone who doesn't even love you and wants you to believe that they do. They don't love you, they love what comes with you. This person doesn't even know what love is, hence they mistreated you and the relationship. They can only identify love in a specific way. They can't feel it. They can't even give it, therefore. This person is a walking burden to you, beloved. I see that here. You want nothing to do with the delusions, the temptations, the playing, the tit for tat, the game. You don't care. They know that, hence they're trying to control you differently and have control over the outcome of the situation. They want you to, all of a sudden your heart palpitates in their presence and you like, you just like don't know, but you have this much energy to of like, missing them, and you're nervous, and it's not you, it's how it's what they've put on themselves. But like I said here, witchcraft doesn't work on divine ones. Witchcraft works amongst those that do it to each other and do it individually. This person is trying to keep you stuck. Double hanged man energy. They want you stuck in the illusion that you and them are meant to be together. You need to be wise in this situation and see someone for who they are, which you will, because you're not dumb here. You're not. It's like this person's trying to make you feel like you and them have unfinished business, make you lust over them. Like this person's putting a whole bunch of things on themselves that have to do with love magic, love spells, love potion energy. It's like you must just love them. Everything about them, you must just miss it again. That's the thing with people like this. That's why I had to explain, earlier on about leaving people in the past as exes and moving on. They think that's why this person thinks this is gonna work, because they think when you see them, you're gonna see the time you and them kissed, the time you and them did this, held hands. You're gonna reminisce about that. And like I said, why would you do that towards somebody you want nothing to do with? People literally are psychotic out here. You want nothing to do with this person. Why the hell? If you hadn't moved on from them, this would have worked on you, because that would mean that you're also behind and stuck in a karmic timeline. Divine ones have already passed their karmic journey. We are in a divine path now. We're on our way to our promised land and our kingdom, our happily ever after, in our world, our lives, and our reality. And those that didn't make it up out of that energy are stuck being karmic, stuck in old paradigms, old realities, and they bring that with them. They carry that because they haven't unlocked anything new for themselves. They have no power to manifest, until they complete their karmic cycles, pay up their karmas. You've paid your karma. You don't owe anything. Hence, all that is meant for you is about to be unlocked in your reality. You're going to be good. This person is going to watch you be good, whilst they sit back thinking that you're still holding on to a little bit of a memory of you holding them and kissing them at some point in your life, when you thought something was something that it wasn't. Meaning you are wise enough to know, oh man, that was delusional, or I didn't know any better. Like I was just, and you're not holding on to, oh, but like it made me feel like this. No, that's not the best feeling ever that you've ever felt, right? Things we carry in our spirit, it's either it's the worst thing we've ever felt or the best thing we've ever felt. It's either pain or happiness. Our memories consist of two energies: painful energy, happy energy. So it's going to continuously shock this person. Shock them as you stand in your power, because they're doing what they're doing, not realizing it's making them even more obsessed and delusional about the situation. these love spells here, this love magic, the love potion energy, it's making this person more delusional. Someone is going to literally here get even more delusional here. It's like they don't see they're delusional now. They're going to see it then when they actively snap, and they're going to have to decide, am I going to hold myself back and figure myself out, or am I going to try and be a problem in another person's reality because I'm delusional? This person's going to have to simply put, they're going to have to choose if they're going to make their problem your problem, or they're going to stay in their lane. Regardless, you're going to be protected from this man, you're going to be protected from the situation here. It won't affect you. Even if it happens, it will just be something that flies by like a memory. Like, oh, this person tried to, like an ex wanting to come back when you were moving on, right? Oh, they tried to do it, man. Silly you. Me, I said I'm done. You know what I mean? And you move on with your life. They still thinking, oh, you see, when you see them, you feel what you felt for them. No, like, why did I leave you then? And even if I did feel what I felt for you, it doesn't mean that's the best thing I've ever felt. There's a reason I moved on. There is better out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like this don't think like that. Like, they still holding on to something else. You kissing me, how it felt, I'll forget it at some point. That's the thing about life. When the past is gone, it's gone. And it erases itself in our reality gradually, even in our minds, our hearts, our spirits, and our bodies. You won't feel things the same way. You won't think about things the same way. You won't go through the same things because you are leaving that energy behind. Once you have gotten past it, it is there and it will stay there. Hence, we should always work towards our promised land, our happily ever after, because once we get there, we will stay there. Hence, our thy kingdom come energy. We've been praying, we've been walking this path with God, and we are about to unlock our thy kingdom come energy, while others are unlocking their hell, because we all made decisions and choices that got us to that point. You chose wrong, you chose right. Live with it. Simply put, they're gonna have to watch you be good. Like I'm saying again, this person is gonna watch you be loved. If there isn't a man already in your relationship, there is a man here. This is gonna be a relationship of value, stability, solid foundation. This is gonna be a relationship of morals, integrity, dignity. This is gonna be a relationship laid upon God's will, meaning it won't be even in your control. When this happens, the reason it's gonna work out and you and this person are gonna remain together, we should actually think about that. The reason people stay together is because they meant to be together. If they weren't meant to be together, they wouldn't stay together. Unless it's forced and they're not together genuinely. If you with someone, you with them because you love them or you love something they come with. And you are staying because of that. You're going to have someone that stays because they love you. Whether you fat, skinny, thick, whatever, whether you have this eyebrow, whatever, concealer, foundation, wig, nail, bonnet, pajamas, sweats, t-shirt, nightgown, whatever. They'll love you, not when you look like this, when you talk like this, when you walk like this, when you wear this, when you go there, when you say this. No, just you. You don't have to be anything outside of yourself for this person to love you. Imagine that bliss. Bliss. That's what is due to you. You're meant to be someone's queen of pentacles energy, someone's wife here. This person is going to take you there to your level of womanhood you've always wanted to reach, the level of womanhood you've always wanted to live in. Your actions take you to where you need to go. God sees you. That's why you have to let him do it, because he understands what you need. You're doing what you're doing, but the grand design is that God is watching, saying, I see that you really are ready for a kingdom spouse because you've been walking this path in this way. Oh, I see you ready for your help because you've been causing hurt upon people deliberately. Oh, you've been stealing and scamming. You're due for debt, and it will haunt you eternally. God sees all. He decides. That's why our lives turn out the way they do outside of our control. We can do whatever we try to do. It's either it works out or it doesn't. But the reason for it is because it's God's plan and decision. No matter how much we think we know, we will never be God. We will die as flesh. Ashes we will be because ashes we once were. This person is making it your problem that they can't move on. They worried about that when they should be worried about their own life and what they have to fix, what they have to take care of, and what they have to handle. This person sees your anointing, they see your favor, they see your blessed energy. It was there before, it's still here. They just mistreated it. Now they want to piggyback and ride your kingdom and like live it like, no, fuck out of here. You have a divine partner, Jew here. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles energy. You have someone you're meant to be with outside of this ex here who thinks they're somebody when they're a nobody. Nobody cares. Nobody's thinking about them. People don't understand, like, just because you date someone, because you're trying to see a relationship with them, once they return to be a stranger, it's because your contract with them on earth is over. You showed me that this is not what I want. Let me go seek elsewhere. How are you going to know what you want if you don't go through what you don't want? That's why exes matter to shape us for the better. I know what I want now because I've seen what I don't want in you. I can do better because I've seen worse in you. I can have better because I've seen worse in you. That's, you make me aware of good because of how bad you are. You make me aware how good it can get because of how bad you treated me. I'll seek it until I find it. It doesn't end here. Just, oh, we dated. Yeah, you are crazy, or you're delusional, you weird, you're not actually what I want. I'm realizing it, and I'm just, you go back to be a stranger. Go back to be a stranger. People try to overstay their contract. It states, you said on this day, and you meant it, you don't want this person, or you left, or you made it clear. This person is trying to overlap their contract and invade your reality. Now it's an invasion because you don't want them there. Now they're trespassing because you didn't give them permission to come into your world. That's when it gets weird, creepy, dangerous, insane, crazy energy. Because now it's like something's wrong with you. Something would be definitely wrong with this person for trying to do what they want to do. Beloved, like I said, you are true. Something actually worth you. And God is going to publicize your victory when it comes to this relationship. Meaning, however way God decides to bring this person into your life, if they're there already, either way, however way God orchestrates this, he wants to make sure that your enemies see you being happy. It has nothing to do with just lovers, people, whatever you've dated, exes. It has, like, God wants to show people your happiness. God is going to use you to really detect who is not who they say they are. Or if someone's secretly envious of you and has been for a long time, this is going to bring it out of them. Or if they're genuinely happy, it's going to show. You're going to receive a lot of confirmation. This person is going to bring in a lot of awakening in your life. This relationship here is going to be the best decision you've ever made for yourself, being with someone like this. And you will align yourself with that decision because that's God's permission. God gave you permission to be in a relationship. That's why you found this person to begin with. That's why you are together and will be. Because there are men out there that are really suffocating, low vibrational, childish, immature, sick-minded, ill-hearted, bitter, angry, mad, vengeful, evil-spirited. The list goes on. Be grateful when you have someone who is of love. Comics see it later. How valuable we are, they see it later. And then they want to make it your problem that they missed their mark when they could access you. You're not ever taking this person back. Whatever they try and do, however they try and act, whatever they try and say, you're not ever taking them back. There'll be a memory, they'll remain a memory. One which you won't even remember eventually. Because that's just how life goes. If you ask a 30-year-old what they were doing in their teenage years, it will take them a while to remember certain things. Even if you try to specify, unless they want to remember, they won't. Unless it means something to them, it won't linger. If you meant something to him, if you meant something to her, it's like, beloved, if this person meant something to you, you would want them. The people we dated are people we try to be in relationships with. It's not like, oh, you are a friend, or we do this and this, we that and that. It's like we're trying to see if we can be in a relationship, and once that doesn't work out, you go back to being a stranger. And we move on with life and see who we align with. Who knows, right? Once you find the person that is meant for you, everyone else will mean nothing. They already don't mean anything. But in this instance, it will really be like that. It will be like it never happened. It'll be like you never dated none of those people, because nothing about them will linger in your mind, your heart, your spirit, your body. It'll all be erased. When you heal from something, it erases itself. If there's something traumatic that still lingers in someone, for example, an analogy, a reference point, a case study, a trauma that lingers in someone's mind and heart can affect them for 15 years. Once they heal, they undergo a journey of healing. So that 15-year trauma is worth a certain amount of time of healing. God can speed up the pace of someone's healing journey. And someone's healing journey depends on how something affected them. If holding hands, simply put, holding hands, kissing this person, sleeping with this person, if it really meant that much to you, you would still care. If it meant something, anything, you would care. The reason you don't care is because it means nothing to you. It's like, I thought I was just dating someone, trying to figure out, if this is someone I'm meant to be with. We were doing it, whatever. I was just being with that person. I didn't know any better until I knew better. And then I move on. And then you find someone who you actually meant to be with. Unfortunately, soul ties are created along the way. But with a divine spouse, once you come together with your person, it's a restart. You hit restart, you start afresh. Hence, you never go back to who you used to be, and they never go back to who they used to be, because you hit the refresh, you hit the restart on each other. It all goes away. Once you meet your person, everything about who you used to be goes away, and they are your new identity. This person has no power to stand in the way of that. What are they talking about? They have no power whatsoever to stand in the way of that. You think you can walk up in front of me and be like, oh, I'm gonna be like, ew, like I'm living in a better everything. You remind me of when I wasn't. It's like a family member wanting back into your life after they've abused you. Are you crazy? Fuck you. And then they think, oh, because family, that's where we get it twisted. You did this. That's all I see when I look at you. The snake in you. No matter who, whatever happened between us, a moment, a memory, a interaction, an encounter, this or that, I just see something that I see, and that's all that I see, regardless of what happened between us or what we were or who you think you are to me. Yeah, I see what I see, and that's that. That's what happens with divine ones. We see through all of that, and we establish where we stand in it, and we move past it. We don't drag it out. It's a journey to get to that point where you can let go. But you'd rather choose yourself, right? Than that memory that controls your life. Why give it power over you? Choose yourself. And as much in relationships, people, having a kingdom spouse doesn't mean everything will be holly jolly. It means that even if I'm hurt because you said this or you did this, I know the truth that you didn't mean to cause me this pain. Things just happen. And we should work on not putting it on each other. Just because I made you feel that pain, it doesn't mean that was my intention. Maybe the thing is we need to hear, the I'm sorry, the apology, the closure, to just seal it off and activate that healing from that situation. And when we don't get it, that's when we hold on to that memory, that thought, that emotion, because we lack closure from it. Like, what is the truth about it so that I can let it go? And some people like this need to learn the hard way, see the truth the hard way. When they see you doing you, they're going to really be hurt, and it's going to trigger their healing. There's no other way to it. Anyone that right now is forming a weapon against you or trying to force anything on you or do things against your free will, they'll have to live in the backfire of that. It's like they're going to see that it won't work, and it never will. Yeah, the Ten of Wands reversed. Like, in life, it happens, we tend to forget that, it's like being with a partner and then you like holding their past against them. The reason we do that is because maybe we feel the type of way about something they've done in the past, but none of us are perfect. And like I said, when you come together with someone you're meant to be with, everything hits restart. So all of that won't mean anything. It literally won't. The relationship will prove that. Once you stay with this person, you'll see, like, everything will change. Like, everything. They were dating in a particular manner, treating looking at women in a particular way. You are going to activate within this person you meant to be with here. You're going to activate, the true womanhood um, energy that they're going to see. You know what I'm saying? They're going to see what it means to be a woman through you, simply put. Everything else was just like childish or immature or forced. But the real is going to be experienced through you. Yes, you might not be their first this and their first step, but you're going to be their last. You're not meant to be their first. The first is to teach. How are you going to do something the first time and get it right instantly? You don't even know what you're doing. Whether know what you're doing, once you know what you're doing, you can perfect it. So exes are just trial and error. Trial and error. We see our mistakes. We see, a lot of things. And then once we have what we want, we know that it's what we want because we know what we don't want. Thank the exes. You know what I'm saying? A man is only going to appreciate a woman once he has experienced a karmic. It's like God will put the divine masculine through a path of, experiencing karmic woman until he meets his divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? It will go a certain way until it doesn't. And you trigger that. And it's vice versa. They trigger that in you, like you'll see, or you are seeing it. Like the womanhood in you, like this man here, they're really gonna love you. They're gonna take care of you. They're gonna look after you. They're gonna listen to you. This is a relationship that's meant to last here. You and this person are meant to walk this path for a long time. It's meant to be a sealed fate, a sealed destiny. And it's not, oh, for however long it lasts. I see a sealed encounter here. Like you are meant to be with someone here. And anything that's meant to be, it doesn't fall apart. It stays how it is. It's one of those things that people will refer to as, it is what it is. We know they're together. Even those that have tried to stand against you, it'll get to a time where it's like they'll surrender the situation because they'll see that you and this person, man, you're not letting go of one another anytime soon or ever. People only, go against something that they think they can take on or whatever. But once they see the power in that something and they see that it's a power that they can't take, they back off. Once people see and experience the power of the love you and this person have for one another, it's just going to back them off. They're going to be forced to move on. Look the other way, mind their business, stay in their lane. Someone thinking, oh, we slept together, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put on this and I'm going to show up in their reality like that. That person's just going to see a desperate bitch who sees that he's in a relationship, but because she's a desperate bitch, she does desperate bitch things. He's not going to be like, oh, I'm lusting over this person. Like, no, if you can come to me and try to ruin a relationship I have, then anyone can have that pussy. You will open it up in any way. People don't understand, but that's what men be seeing when you be moving like that. You think, oh, he's happy you chasing after him. It's the build up, like he wants to do this. No, he's like, man, get away from me. I don't want that fish. Same with the woman. You think she wants a dick that's been slinging so many times? Or she wants to be chased in while she's in a relationship? She's just going to see that you're a player. If you can do that to her while she's in a relationship, you can do that while you're in a relationship with her. Meaning, even if you get her, you can go and do the same thing to her. You can do the same thing to her. It's like someone cheating on someone, and then the person they cheat on moves on and actually finds the person they meant to be with. And then that person that cheated goes and wants to, invade that person's reality. What will that person see of them? The one that got cheated on will see a cheater. You still are a cheater because you're trying to break up me and my person who we have built this together with. I've built this with this person, and you're trying to destroy that because that's what you do. You cheat. You think he's gonna see, oh, we had this memory, or she's gonna, oh, we have these memories. No, ho, you're a fucking cheater and a liar. I don't want you in my life. And some people just they choose delusion, but their delusion is not the truth, obviously. Hence, it is delusion. This man here is delusional, and they're choosing it. People be like that. Many instances, people choose not to see the truth because they're not comfortable with what the truth is. They want their own truth, and they want to make that another person's problem and bring it into their reality. How is it my problem that you can't move on when I've already told you I don't want you? Oh, but this, but that. Like, okay, can you please heal? Just because you still want me, it won't change the fact that I don't want you. It gets weird, it gets creepy when people do desperate things. And you further push this person away who's already so far gone. Because when someone sees that they don't want you and you try to invade their in reality anyway, do you think it's going to make them want you or make them not want you even more? It just makes it worse. They're going to think coming into your reality and approaching you is going to do this and this. And then when it doesn't, they're going to get desperate and do something else. And that's when it gets creepy. And that's when it gets weird. And that's when it gets delusional. Even though it already is, it gets more delusional. And then they want to take away our peace with their delusions. Man, get the hell out of here. Honestly, get the hell out of here. I'm being called to end this message here. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time and I thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. You can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.